pleasure to introduce to a very special and important person. The lady, the legacy, none other than Miss Clara Barton. That's Clara, that's Clara, that's Clara, shining all over the place. Thanks, Clara, thanks, Clara, thanks, Clara. A special part of history. We don't have to move far to see. In our own backyard, lady in charge. Can you dig it? Sing it with me. That's Clara, that's Clara, that's Clara, shining all over the place. Thanks, Clara, thanks, Clara, thanks, Clara. You wouldn't know the seeds you sow. You were just living your best life. Stood up for what was right. You brought love and healing. There was no one quite like you. That's Clara, that's Clara, that's Clara, shining all over the place. Thanks, Clara, thanks, Clara, thanks, Clara. That's Clara, thanks, Clara, that's Clara, shining all over the place. Clara Barton. Most of us know who she is. Who's Clara Barton? She's the founder of the American Red Cross. But before that, she was a teacher, and she taught right here in Hightstown.
This is my story, and how she turned the life around of Hightstown resident Harvey.
Growing up, Clara was very shy and very sensitive.
Don't look at me.
Clara's parents didn't know what to do.
I can barely get her to speak when we're out in public. This is L.M. Fowler.
Hi.
He toured the country lecturing phrenology. Tell them what phrenology is, Ellen.
Well, phrenology is using the bumps on your head to figure out what type of person you are. As an example, the bumps on your head could be used to figure out how smart or courageous the person is.
It wasn't exactly scientific, but it helped LM meet people's personalities.
Mr. and Mrs. Barton, Clara may be shy, but she's also the type of person who needs to work hard and to feel appreciated. You don't say. She also has a lot of the abilities that would make for a great teacher.
Then she'll be a teacher.
A teacher?
I can't stand in front of strangers and speak.
Sorry, Clara, but you're gonna be a teacher.
Good grief.
So Clara received her teacher's certificate at 17 years old and spent the next 12 years teaching. Turns out she was a natural.
Class,
Knows the answer to 5 plus 4.
9. Sometimes the boys in our class could be a little wild.
James,
Yes, Miss Barton.
please open the door to the school. When Clara was young, she would hang around her brothers and male cousins. Incoming! As you can see, Clara was very good at throwing the ball. This talent gained her the respect of the boys. Miss Barton, where'd you learn to throw a ball like that?
James, baseballs are for outside. Now come take your seat. This may be a strange thing to be impressed with, but this is the 1850s. The general idea was that girls can't play ball.
Girl power! And now... we come to the Hightstown portion of the show. When Clara was 30, she went back to school. So she enrolled in the Clinton Liberal Institute in upstate New York in 1850.
While she was there, she met Charles and Mary Norton, a brother and sister from Hightstown.
Hi, I'm Clara Barton.
Hi, I'm Charles Norton, and this is my sister Mary.
Over time, they became friends. We're traveling forward in time. Eventually, Charles and Mary invited Clara to come to live here. Clara, you can stay in their home.
It's an easy trip. First, we take a bus down the river to New York City. Then you take a ferry across to Southampton, New Jersey. From there, you'll catch the train on the Camden and Amboy River to where we live, Hightstown, New Jersey.
All aboard the Chad Bowl!
Richard asked Clara about being the teacher at Cedarville School in East Windsor.
Good afternoon, miss.
Good afternoon, Mr. Norton.
One of my schools is in need of a teacher. Would you be interested?
Yes, I would.
Excellent. We are in need of a good school teacher.
She has excellent credentials.
She's really good with boys.
No, really, you should hire her. It's a one-room private school with 39 students. Each one will pay you $2 for each 11-week session.
I'll take it. On
No,
the first day of school, 6 children showed up.
Now, as we saw earlier, Clara was really good with boys, and she was put to the test at the Cedarville School.
Class, today we're going to learn about George Washington. Can anyone tell me what he's famous for? Yes. He was the President of the United States and a general in the Revolutionary War. Yes.
The Delaware on Christmas Eve and the snake attacking the British. It was so cold.
Yes, very good. Anyone else?
He chopped down cherry trees with an axe. Swish, chop, swish.
Young man. Hart. You're Hart Bodine. Am I correct?
Yup, swish, chop. So got another one.
Hart, please go on the outside. That's enough of that.
Now, as you can see, Hart was a big boy, and he was much taller than the father of Clara Barton.
Hart, please gather all of the discipline whips.
All of them?
Yes. Back in the 1850s, a teacher would whip a misbehaving kid with thin, long tree branches. It was a different time that thankfully ended. Now, break them into tiny pieces.
What?
Break the whips into tiny pieces.
Is this a trick?
No. Now break the whips. Hart, I asked you to break the whips because I would never need to use them on you.
Really?
Yes. You're one of my big boys, and I get to depend on you to keep order in the school.
Wow. I don't know what to say. Okay, Miss Barton, you can count on me.
From that day forward, Hart Bodine no longer interrupted the class.
Good morning, Miss Barton.
Good morning, Hart.
5 days today.
Yes, it is. You do know that you're early, right?
Yeah, I thought I could come early to help you set up for class today.
Why, thank you.
Hart would help around the classroom.
Diamond in the rough can be a little tough. Sometimes I can be my own worst enemy. Diamond in the rough, Miss Clara called my bluff. I can almost see myself when she sees me.
There is good in each of us. Build them up good, never break them. Help them find their own sweet spot.
Where'd it go? There it is. Boy, do I feel great. Diamond in the rough can be a little tough. Gonna learn to let the light shine out of me. Diamond in the rough, come and wind me up. Let me go and see before I reach.
Ready to go, Hart?
Yes, Miss Barton.
Thank you for staying late, Hart. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Miss Barton. I don't mind.
Now, on to Bordentown, New Jersey. Bordentown opened up a new challenge for Clara.
This is where she met Peter Suidam, an editor for the Bordentown Register and member of the Bordentown School Board.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, miss.
My name is Clara Barton. I'm currently a teacher at Cedarville School back in Hightstown, New Jersey. I come for a visit in Bordentown, and I can't help but notice all the children hanging around on the street instead of being in school.
Yes, miss. Their parents can't afford to send them to private school.
Well, don't you have a public school?
No, miss.
Well, if you're interested, I would like to start a public school here in town.
Don't have a building available.
Well, anything will do.
Well, there's this old one-room building, but it needs a lot of work.
I'll take it. On the first day of school, 6 children showed up, and they spent the first few days cleaning up the schoolhouse. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up, we're doing it together. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up so we can make it better. Clean it up fine, so we can make it better.
this position, so she moved on to better options. Washington, D.C., where she was hired to be a clerk in the patent office.
You're hired.
Sweet.
But then James Buchanan was elected president and had her fired because she was considered a black Republican.
You're fired.
Wait, what? Why?
Because you're a Republican that supports an end to slavery. And that's what a black Republican is.
Well, that's an obnoxious reason. But then Abraham Lincoln was elected president, and she was rehired by the patent office in 1861.
You're hired. Again.
Make up your mind, would ya?
April 19th, 1861.
Clara, have you heard? No, Sally, what? There's been a riot in Baltimore. Southern sympathizers started fighting the Northern military men. Bricks and paving stones were thrown by the Southern sympathizers. Someone in the Northern military fired a gun into the crowd. A large fight broke out. Oh my! A few people died and about 36 were wounded. They're being sent here to Washington, D.C. We should go down to the train station to see if we can help. But first, let's gather up food, clothing, and medical supplies to bring with us.
There were no hospitals or barracks available, so Claire and her friends brought them to Sally Vassal's home.
I'm 2 blocks down on the right.
Brothers, brothers, and our friends, we can help our countrymen. We can help them, we can help out. So for the boy and food needs it from lines and where they clean, we can help them, we can help out. To the field and on our way to heaven, healing, freedom, pray. We can help them, we can help out. We may not know medicine, but surely we can strengthen them. We can help them, we can help out. Try and say we're just the men, one day they'll call us saviors of men. We can help them, that's what we're about. A call to arms, our hearts see who you are. Your courage and sacrifice. Wherever you may roam, you are not alone. The men are fighting, we pave the way. We do it for the love, not for the fame. Angels of the battlefield, we can help them, we can help them. Like our men, we're made of steel. We can help them, we can help them. Side by side with our countrymen, we can help them, we can help out.
While the soldiers healed, Clara and her friends read to them. It was best at times, it was worse at times. Wrote letters to their families for them.
Dear Olivia,
Dear Olivia,
please do not be alarmed, but I was harmed in the Baltimore riots. I'm currently in Washington, D.C. and healing well.
But most importantly, Claire and her friends supported the soldiers by talking to them.
what part of Massachusetts are you from?
A little town right outside of Boston. What about you?
I'm from Massachusetts too. I come from a little town called North Oxford.
Really? Small world.
Yes, it is. You rest now. Call me if you need me.
It was here that fate brought someone from her past back into her life.
Quartermaster Upper, Miss Barton, hello. Quartermaster, I've learned a lot in the past year about, taking care of the sick, but I feel like I would be of more use at the front line. It's very dangerous at the front line, Miss Barton. You are aware of that. I am aware of the danger, but these young men are putting their life on the front lines every day. I want to help them anyway. Okay, Miss Barton, you can go, but please be careful.
So off she went to the front line, putting herself in harm's way so she could help others. She claimed the fields hospitals.
care of the wounded,
And serve them food as well. Here comes some more soup.
she was known as the American Nightingale and Angel of the Battlefield. Nothing stopped her, even after a bullet tore through the sleeve of her dress.
Oh man, this is my favorite dress too. Back to work.
Miss Barton? Clara Barton, is that you?
Harp? Harp Bodine from Hightstown, New Jersey?
That's me.
Are you okay?
I am now, but I was shot twice.
Twice? And you're still alive? Someone's watching over you.
I'm definitely being looked after. Miss Barton,
Yes, Harp?
I just want to thank you for everything you did for me all those years ago. You spoke to me in a way that no one has ever spoken to me before, and honestly, I'm a better man for it today. My mother talks about you all the time.
She does?
Yep, she says after I had you, I was the best behaved boy in the schoolroom.
Well, Harp, you're a huge help to me. And sometimes, personally, you need a little extra attention.
Thank you, Miss Barton.
You're welcome, Harp. You rest. I'll come back with some bread and jam for you later.
Thanks, Miss Barton. We'd appreciate that.
When the Civil War ended, Second Lieutenant Hart Bodine went back to Hightstown and became a carpenter. And who knows, maybe he worked on one of your houses.
And Clara? Well, Clara Barton toured around the country giving lectures about her experiences during the war. During my time helping soldiers at the front line, I saw the war from their point of view. It was rough time for sure, but I saw a bond between the boys that I'd never seen between men before.
While she was on tour, she met Susan B. Anthony and became an activist for the women's suffrage movement. She also met Frederick Douglass and became an activist for civil rights.
But the tour took a lot out of Clara, and by the end, she was exhausted.
Miss Barton,
Yes, Doctor?
this is what happens when you push yourself too hard.
I know, but I just wanted the people in the country just to know how hard the boys had at the front line.
And I'm sure they appreciate what you're doing for them, Clara, but you need to take a break. I want you to go far away from here where you can rest. Perhaps Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay? Off she went to Geneva, Switzerland. All aboard.
Where she met Dr. Appia of the Red Cross.
In Spartan, we here at the Red Cross have dedicated ourselves to helping those who've been wounded during the war, much like how you helped the wounded during the Civil War. With all your experience, we think you're qualified to run the American branch of the Red Cross.
Thank you, Dr. Appia. That means a lot to me. That meeting was the start of what would become the American Red Cross. You remember her friend Mary from Hightstown, right? Well, she was one of the 4 original members. Mary, you know how Dr. Appia said that, was the mission to help soldiers wounded? Yes. Well, I feel like we can just do so much more. Like what? Well, help those affected by a tornado.
Like she did for the people in Illinois in 1888.
And help those wounded after an epidemic.
Like she did in Florida after an outbreak of yellow fever.
And help those hit by a hurricane. Which she did for the people of Galveston, Texas in 1900, which she also started an orphanage for the kids who lost their parents during the storm. I like where your head's at, Clara. These are all great ideas.
She also helped those overseas volunteering for the American Red Cross crew to help foreign countries during war and natural disasters.
Let's take a look at Hart Bodine in Hightstown.
Congrats, Hart! It's a girl! Wow, to have a daughter. What are you gonna name her?
There's only one name for this little girl. Clara Barton Bodine.
Oh!
That's right! Her name was first daughter after Clara Barton. And why not? After all, this woman who dedicated her life to aiding and improving the lives of others.
She was a great American, and she even spent some time right here in Hightstown. Well, that's our show. Thank you for